everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and happy Sunday, February 5th of 2023. Now, I had a message that kept coming into me this week, pretty powerful and strong. And basically it's this: I believe that more love than ever before is being flooded onto the earth. And it might maybe seem opposite to you because you see the chaos, the violence, the craziness that's happening. But if you really think about all of these things that are being exposed and the systems that don't serve us are crumbling, of course it's going to be chaotic and it's going to be violent and it's going to be really full of fear. So I wrote down a few things. The first one is from a woman who she's not alive anymore. Her name is Dolores Cannon, and it's she did past life regressions, and to me this is fascinating because I do believe that our souls have experiences over and over again, and you can tell when someone is an old soul. And even a baby, a baby there's a lot of depth. In fact, I remember as I was second oldest of 14 kids. I saw and was there when a lot of my siblings were born. And I remember holding them, taking care of them, and especially when they were brand new, looking into their eyes and just, of course, kissing them on the neck and, all the things that are so luscious about a new baby. I remember sometimes looking into the eye of one of my siblings, their eyes, and I could see a knowing, and I could see an old soul in there. And I think that there are lots of old souls on this planet, and I think that there are light workers and there are spiritual teachers, and I think we do need to use our best discernment, but you can tell and you can feel. But there's also a lot of young souls who are here experiencing what they need to experience. In fact, let me read some of this to you. This is directly from a little talk I saw from Dolores Cannon. You have to let go of fear. Fear is a very paralyzing emotion. As long as you have fear, you are held to the old earth. I believe that the earth is moving into a new dimension. And that can mean whatever you think, whatever you, in your soul and in your own mind from what you study in your spirituality, whatever that means, we're moving into a new dimension. So as long as you have fear, you're held to the old earth, because that's where the fear comes from. Don't buy into the things that you see on TV, the internet, the movies, and social media. Think for yourself. It's all to generate fear. As long as they can generate fear, they will keep you suppressed. So don't buy into it. Think for yourself. If you hear something that doesn't make a lot of sense, ask a lot of questions. We should always ask questions if something doesn't make sense to us, and then be willing to opt out. If everyone's following along, opt out. In fact, I can't remember who said this. I think it might have been, I want to say Oliver Wilde, the author. I think he said, if you find yourself in the majority, following the majority, what the majority of the people are doing, pause for a minute. I think this is where discernment comes in. If you hear something that doesn't make a lot of sense, ask a lot of questions. I always think, why are they saying this? If it's there for a reason, but what are they trying to do? Start asking questions and then make up your own mind, because then you can develop your own truth. And here's the thing, everyone has their own truth. It was like the story I told last week of my friends. I've heard from them a couple of times this week again, and they've made sure that I know that I can't try to change their perspective of the world. They want their worldview. They feel safe in their worldview. And it's fascinating to me because I realize they have this path, and I have my path, and I get to love and respect what each soul's path is. So it may not be what anyone else believes, but it's your truth. So whatever your truth is, don't give away your power to anyone. So the big message that came through really is that more love is flooding the earth. And many of us are already feeling it. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? I think that these systems that don't serve us are crumbling. And it's going to be chaotic. It can be violent. It can be unsettling when you maybe don't realize the power you have over how you walk through this time. And I think what we need to do is we need to say, first, how do I stay grounded? As we find ourselves staying on top of current world events and we go down these rabbit holes, we need to remember to leave ourselves a lifeline so that we don't get stuck down there. It might be a person, it might be something that we do to remind us that it's time to pull out and ground ourselves. Like stay abreast of what's happening so that you can make the right decisions. But don't get stuck down these rabbit holes, because then you're giving away your power. So many of us are already feeling it, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is a miraculous time to be alive and awake on planet Earth. This is a miraculous time to be alive on planet Earth. I think to forget that for a moment, and we all do, we all have our moments. I get it. I could say the same thing. Pull yourself out of that. Give yourself a reminder. Maybe keep something inspirational on your phone or in a notebook or in a book you're reading. Make a bookmark and remind yourself of the fact that you are pure love. That is who you are. You are a piece of God. God is pure love. And to remember that is to remember how amazing it is to be here. Experience everything. Experience good food. Experience the mountains. Experience walking in nature. Experience a good yoga class. Experience whatever it is you want to experience. Be here fully. Be here fully. This is a beautiful time. Can you imagine all of us up in heaven, or whatever that is, place we want to call it when we leave this planet, and we have this amazing conversation about all of the things that happened while we were here. We got to see this big transition. We got to witness the earth transforming and the systems crumbling, and we get to be a part of the whole thing, and we get to contribute. So one of the things that I've actually done that has made a huge difference for me is I've been doing a lot of painting. In fact, you can see some of the pictures behind me. Sometimes I change them, and I just seem a little bit obsessed with putting creativity onto canvas. And I put on some good music and I just paint. And I would suggest reach into your soul and find that creative spark. Find that thing that brings you joy, whatever it is, whatever it is. And then when you create, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't critique it and say it's not good, and love your experience fully on this planet. So it's important to stay grounded, and it just simply means that you are here fully to experience whatever is. Love being on the planet Earth no matter what comes. All the difficulties, just love them and embrace them. Life is difficult. It's supposed to be that way. That's not where our learning comes in. So I'm going to end with this. We have the opportunity to shift along with planet Earth. We have this opportunity to shift along with the planet. Earth is moving into the next dimension, and this can mean whatever your belief systems mean it to mean. To me, I believe that we are shifting out of lower energies, lower consciousness, and we are rising into this high, beautiful love consciousness, because we are starting to remember on a deep soul level who we are. So I send you love because you are love. And I hope you have the most beautiful, brilliant day and the most beautiful, brilliant week ahead. Thank you for being there. I'd love to hear your comments on this, and I'm just going to leave it right there. So have a beautiful day, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.